You can change your reality by visualizing your reality, by manifesting your reality. This is manifestation on steroids because you have access to your subconscious mind when I put you in trance, when I hypnotize you. Then you can put any affirmations, any desired reality straight into your subconscious mind. It's going to be wired into your subconscious, your automatic responses, your emotional patterns. They're going to be unlocked, and then you don't have subconscious limits that are actually controlling your behavior, making you act a certain way, getting emotional in certain situations, having certain triggers. Everyone has that, and they are actually from a subconscious pattern that you have or that anyone has from past experiences that are linked to emotions. If you think of any experience in your mind right now, do it as I say it, you will notice that you will visualize something in your mind. You're accessing a trance state. This is when you access trance, and then you visualize something, and then you feel a certain emotion attached to that experience, especially when it's a traumatic experience. It is something that affected your life or some way, shape, or form. Your conscious mind is your inner voice. This is 5% of your mind. But your subconscious, this is the 95%. This is where all your habits are. This is where your information is stored. And when I put you in hypnosis, you get access to your subconscious. You have access to all the memory of your lifetime because everything is stored in the subconscious, but you just don't remember it in the conscious. And in hypnosis and in neuroscience, there's something called the reticular activation system. You see, I hypnotize people and I become invisible. But then you ask yourself, how is that possible? How can this guy make himself invisible and the other person is not able to perceive him? Because I programmed the reticular activation system. It's a filter in your brain. It's responsible for focus and for expectation. So if you take focus and take expectation and do some hypnosis tricks like I do, then you access the subconscious mind and you can make yourself invisible. It's crazy, I know. Because you have to understand that your brain is processing millions of bits of information every second. And then your brain is filtering the information that is important to you. So if I can program that filter, right, to become invisible, then I also can program that filter in order to make you only see the solutions. I can give you a simple example of your everyday life that when you, for example, you buy a new car and all of a sudden you see that new car appear everywhere around you. But it's not that the car appeared more or there was more of the same car. No, it's because your brain paid attention to that car and then you were seeing more of that car. And you can also apply that to your business. When there's some things that move the needle, and you have to do the things that move the needle in order to get more revenue, in order to get more sales. But then we overthink and we procrastinate, and we actually know what we need to do, but we don't execute on our thoughts because we lack the self belief. And everyone goes through these phases. It's about stepping into the best version of yourself, stepping into another identity. The best version that executes regardless what happens, that is not attached to emotional association, that executes like a robot, basically. This is what I do for entrepreneurs, right? Because entrepreneurs have a busy schedule, have a lot on the table, and they need clarity. I hypnotized traders, I hypnotized agency owners, I hypnotize professional athletes, people that are operating at the higher level, at the world stage. They understand that everything comes down to their mind, and this is a very powerful tool. The visionaries, people who had their left brain and their right brain connected, and then you get access to another information field, which is actually your subconscious mind. And if you understand, and you understand how powerful this is if you connect the dots, basically. I have a computer science background. I used to program software, and now I program the mind because it's just another perspective applied to a certain thing. The most powerful people in the world believe we live in a simulation, and then you have to ask yourself, why do these people believe that? What is the purpose? Because everything is serving a purpose, and everything is based on a pattern, and your life is based on a pattern, and everything around you is based on a pattern. And in software, everything is about patterns and algorithms. And as you can see, as you're using social media, as you're using your phone every day, right? You're using your phone every day, and you see content every day from people that think like you or that are doing the same things as you, or your algorithm knows you better than you do, basically, right? The more you understand about yourself, the more you understand about the world, because everything is part of a larger picture. So back to the topic, you can rewire the reticular activation system in order to level up your life, in order to be fulfilled in your business, in order to enjoy actually the process, because you need to enjoy the experience. It's about the experience, it's not about the result. You already got the money, you're already successful, you have multiple companies, whatever, right? Or you're hustling with one company that is doing pretty well, but you have to enjoy the experience, and make it effortlessly. It is not hard. If you believe it's going to be hard, then it's going to be hard. Whatever you believe in is going to be true. So you should believe in the best possible things, rewire your mind to think in a positive direction, to be a good person, basically. Connect to your inner self, connect to your inner child. Do the things that you like to do and implement it into your business. You see, the world is moving very fast now. AI is taking over. You're competing against AI. People are using AI. Everything is getting more efficient. And you need to also find some sense of purpose, because once you get replaced, you need actually something to do. You need to have a direction to look forward to. And this is about changing your habits, stepping into uncertainty, stepping into a new territory, a territory that you haven't seen yet. That's why I use my neural reprogramming method that I have developed over the years, since I'm hypnotizing hundreds of people all around the world in different languages. I understand how to access the trance state. All my hypnosis audios that are provided in the community, they put you in trance. They actually work. Welcome to the Real Focus Show, and I wish you a great day.